bought a Chanel heels. I'm Chanel bandit. I still got vintage garments. Old as my granny. Got my interior all, man. Now outside candy. I put your bitch in bomb, cause she pretty. Hey. Freaking I'm fucking her face. My ass do not come with a waist. I'm impatient, I don't wanna wait. I eat golden, I am what I ate. I go a little bit with an eighth. And no shame that I hit with some snakes. Catch out on the farm today. I hop in that Ryan race. I never get tired of the hate. No, climb up to the top like a gate. You little niggas copy and paste. I go like a bottle of Ace. A Coca-Cola bottle of her shake. Hey, I had a ball today. She drinking Chardonnay. When the court didn't have to debate. Jewish lawyer that handled the case. The codeine got a hell of a taste. With the pounds and all of your states. That money, that's all I can say. When I made my first million, I ain't panic. I only drank out this hill. Now I'm done with Zannies. I bought my mama a crib. I'm outstanding. I'm pressing my cousin a pill. Till it's granted. I bought a Chanel heels. I'm Chanel bandit. I still got vintage garments. Old as my granny. Got my interior all, man. Now outside candy. I put your bitch in bomb, man, because she pretty. Hey. Fuck her whenever I want. I guess I get whatever I want. My suppose on a cat like a dome. Fly the jet in the sky like a hawk. I geek up and I get in the zone. And I put all the rest in the vault. Hey, we rich in the bud a lot. I made my brother a boss. And she keep that dick in her jaw. Keep receipts of the shit that I bought. Keep my links on my wrist when I floss. Carrot stuck in my teeth when I talk. You gon' notice the season when I walk. It's a pen, this is not a law. You got the G, that is not a trick off. If I put on white, then it's gotta be off. She knows her word with her body get tall. Sensible turning me on. You wanna know what that cardio cost? Put a Rolex on the arm. When I made my first million, I ain't panic. I only drank out this hill. Now I'm done with Zannies. I bought my mama a crib. I'm outstanding. I'm pressing my cousin a pill. Till it's granted. I bought a Chanel heels. I'm Chanel bandit. I still got vintage garments. Old as my granny. Got my interior all, man. Now outside candy. I put your bitch in bomb, man, because she pretty.
Today, we're going to talk about Thursday Night Football and the college football games, NBA winners, and of course, the squad ride. This is Behind the Lines.
But Rodgers is a fucking fossil. This team's in shambles. The Steelers are a wagon at home. It's going to be a gross fucking game. And I'm going right back to fading the Jets.
And once again, the 49ers and Kyle Shanahan, when the lights are bright, do not show up and they fold. Their receivers were banged up. The ones out there couldn't catch shit. Their defense is taking a step back. This 49ers team is a fucking joke, and I'm looking at you, Kyle Shanahan. You're supposed to be that guy.
In the postseason for the first time in his career, and they find a way to fucking blow it. Look, we should have known the Yankees bullpen was going to come back and bite them in the ass at some point. They've been a little bit too good, but my goodness, did we think it was going to be a big Christmas?
What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Thursday, episode 573 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by Bookit Sports. If you're not tracking your bets on Bookit, what are you doing? Start tracking your bets for tonight on Thursday Night Football over there on Bookit Sports. Cannot be easier. Cannot be a better app to start tracking your bets on. All right, go check out Bookit. Jovan, how we doing? Happy Thursday. Memphis minus 2.5. Nice. And you're muted.
It's a nice welcome to the NBA. First full day.
Yep. New shit bet. Cannot even believe it. I mean, it was the greatest bet of all time until the last second, but that's all that matters because the coins left our account. Yep. Thank you, Goots. Shit wager. I'd ask you why we didn't take the ML, but it's not like it fucking matters. So we'll move. Yeah. God damn it. Oh. Let's go ahead and take a peep at the Sharp Report from yesterday. Went 2 for 3. Shout out Tyus Jones. Shout out Desmond Bain as well for a great second half, Jovan. Cash a little two-piece. Good call there.
You might add 7 if you didn't foul or spawn with like 2 fouls in the first 5 minutes of the game. But that was sharp. Tyus Jones, also sharp. W2-piece. Kind of saw first half. Might be bet of year.
Yeah, and that quarterback coach's son didn't even play. They actually brought back the starting QB who's actually pretty good, who we haven't seen in a couple of games, who's just randomly gone. So I don't know if he was being punished or I don't know what was going on there. Maybe he was hurt sneakily. I don't know, but he was back and he balled. And they won that game outright. People forget. So Kennesaw State, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure they still closed that game out and they won outright.
No, they did.
Insane.
They
Yeah,
did.
insane. Shout out Kennesaw State. Shout out the Owls. Good to see them get one through the hoop. Flyers. I mean, I just don't get it, really. I guess it is that easy with the Flyers, fading them and just taking the Caps every game. Maybe the Caps are legit. I don't know. I probably should be the one on board for this, but it's cost me some coins the last couple of nights. You're telling me the Flyers back-to-back nights, minus 125 and then plus 125 when they go from home to away. They lose both, and they're not even really close.
Yeah. Caps just might be luckiest team of year. They might be that team this year. Like
Are the Caps just goods? Or are the Flyers just bad?
It's a little bit of
Or is
both.
it both?
The Caps,
Okay.
Caps been getting some ridiculous bounces in both those games, but the Flyers are also putting themselves in position for that. Plus, Fedotov was a net, who is Moose.
Kind of seems like some of these additions the Caps made that nobody cared about or talked about in the offseason turned out pretty fucking good.
Yeah, it's possible.
They got a goalie. They got a bunch of old dudes. They added more to the but we got Snell coming in hot. I played like complete trash yesterday and want to apologize. Bruh.
I was playing with
Did
Snell.
Snell let
yesterday
the
for a
squad
game.
down?
I didn't want to out him. It was just me. Trent wasn't active.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I don't want to out him, but he kind of did himself. He shot like 6 for 20 something.
And there's Trent immediately coming in the chat, chirping right away. Cannot make it up. He goes, Snell, I heard you were moose shit. Can we give this Cy Young winner a fucking night off? Can we give him a break, Trent? Jesus.
Yeah, he gets
he's earned one.
He gets a night off.
He gets a break. He gets a pass. Okay. Shit, man. We might have to run it tonight. We'll see. Moose shit is just a compliment. So thank you, Trent. Okay. Yes. Awesome. Well, yeah. Speaking of baseball, W. Snell, check out the pod we just dropped about the MLB World Series starting up tomorrow night. Honestly, might be our best pod we've done yet. Me and Jovan talking about everything you could possibly need to know about the World Series coming up. We're talking bets. We're talking MVP futures. We're talking, prop bets, cheeky bets, plus chicken bets. We're talking how long the series is going. We're talking who's winning. I'm not spoiling shit. Anything we could possibly talk about for an hour and 15 minutes, we did on this pod. So if you're into baseball, if you're trying to get hip, trying to get locked in, figure out who's about to carry each team, who you should be betting on in this World Series, check out the pod. It's on YouTube. You can watch it, see our beautiful faces on there. Drop a like. Let me know in the comments who you think is winning the World Series. We'll drop the link to the YouTube right now in the chat. We've also got this puppy on Spotify and Apple Music. Okay, if you don't want to see us, if you just want to listen to us, maybe you're going to the gym, maybe you're hitting the grocery store later, I don't care. Check out the podcast. Give it a listen. All right, it's on Apple. It's on Spotify, wherever you guys get your pods. Okay? Let me know what you guys think. And like I said, drop in the comments on YouTube who you think is winning the World Series. Is it the Yankees? Is it the Dodgers? I'm sure we could all guess what Trent's on. I think he talked about it on the morning yap as well. Okay? Dubs, check out that pod, guys. Yeah, enjoy baseball while we still can. Okay? Snell said it's going 6.
TCU Frogs.
Actually, it's
6.
going 9.
That could be a W prediction from Snell.
Bruh. I mean, I feel like it makes too much sense for it to go 7, but I personally think this is going to be a long, close series, back and forth. Some really cool games. There'll probably be a game or two mixed in that are a little boring, but we might see some runs, and we talk about that plenty on the pods. A couple cheeky bets that are up on the books that you guys might be interested in tailing for the World Series. It starts up tomorrow night, so give this puppy a listen. Today, I don't give a shit. Check it out if you want to make some money. If you want to sound smart to your buddies about the World Series before it starts up, listen to the pod. Okay? What else do we need to recap, gents? I think we already did the Sharp report. We did the squad rides. Did we even pull up the graphic for the squad rides?
Yeah,
we did. Yeah. All right. Well, the Steam Krabs probably would have been for the squad ride if we had a clip of Markkanen hitting that last second 3, but we don't. So we're going to move, and we're going to talk about some plays for today. We've got a full Sharp report, Jovan. We've got 3 straight bets. We've got 2 prize pick squares each, and I'm feeling pretty good about the slate today. I don't know about you, but I like some of these games. I like some of these angles.
With you.
You want to dive into it?
Yeah.
Good. All right, chat. Let's have a fucking day. All right, happy Thursday. We've got a BTL Megalodon episode in person tomorrow, by the way, and I'll be on TMA tomorrow with Mikey as well. We got to end on time today. If not, maybe 5 minutes early so that I don't miss this plane down there for Night Sweats tonight. Okay, Night Sweats tonight in person for this Rams game. We'll talk about it, but let me slow my roll here. Okay, we've got ODU money line to talk about, Jovan. I'm talking about the Rams Night Sweats. What am I doing? All right, let's talk about ODU and the Monarchs, who I'm backing on the ML today, catching minimal steam. I mean, nothing really crazy. They're moving from a pick'em to -1 here, and I want to double check and see where that line's at right now. This was as of this morning. Yeah, they're still -1. I like the way they're moving. This ODU team has not been great this season. You know who's been pretty fucking good? A pleasant surprise, Jovan? Georgia Southern. Who the heck thought they would be good? Well, newsflash, they're actually not good. They just got out to a pretty good start. I think they're a little bit fraudulent. I'm not a big fan of Georgia Southern, although they have won their last 3 games in a row. They have. This is the perfect time to fade, though, coming off an insane win outright against JMU in their last game. You remember that game about a week and a half ago? Absurd. Absurd. Actually, that was like 5 days ago. So they're playing on short rest here. JMU losing outright to Georgia Southern. Now, ODU, you know, they're coming off a pretty big outright win as well, Jovan. They just beat Texas State, who I think it's pretty clear they're frauds at this point, unfortunately. They just beat them in their last game, and they've won their last 2 games outright as dogs against Georgia State, who's also frauds. Texas State at home in their last game. They won by 10 when they were plus 10.5 in that game. This ODU team is underrated. They're undervalued. We talked about them on the preseason pod before college football even started. ODU, the Monarchs, were a team that I was low-key a little bit high on this year. And seeing them as a favorite, as a 3-4 squad against Georgia Southern today, a team that cannot stop the run to save their life. Well, ODU has 2 pretty solid running backs, one who we're going to take on Prize Picks today that we'll talk about here in a moment, Aaron Young. And they've also got a former VT running back as well that can run the ball, more of a bruiser. And their QB runs the fuck out of the ball as well. Their QB's rushing yards. Take a peep at that chart, Jovan. Take a peep. Take a peep at that chart.
Hoagie's mentioned cash in the first 15 minutes, Krabs.
I mean, yeah, what do you want me to say? He transferred from there.
I knew.
It's part of the sell job.
12. I nuked the under 14.5. I mean, I'm basic.
Damn. Krabs on Rams, chalk it. Yeah, Trent, you're good at betting, right? Sure. Okay. Well, ODU on the ML, they should not be favorites in any game. They are against Georgia Southern, who just beat JMU. I'm taking them on the ML. This team can run the ball. Georgia Southern has one of the worst rush defenses in college football. You see that rushing square that's up for the ODU quarterback today, Jovan?
I do.
Are you going to be dabbling in that today? I mean, the guy's been fucking Lamar Jackson over the last month or so.
Yeah, I might have to.
Popular.
I'm always down to getting some Lamar Krabs.
Colton Joseph, who had 111 yards against Texas State last week. He had 98 against Georgia State the week before that, 68 versus Coastal before that. I mean, this guy's just been running all over his opponents. And that's been a main reason why they're winning games. I don't hate that square, although I think it's a little too square. I'll go with the running back we'll talk about here in a moment. But either way, I don't know who it is. I don't care who it is. ODU's going to run the ball down their fucking throats. Georgia Southern doesn't have a chance.
Sure.
Thoughts?
No, I'm kind of in on that. I might tell you. I do have to say, right. I believe the Rav play today just dropped, and it's that over.
What, the ODU over? Or the over I have on screen?
The over you have on screen.
Well, he's due. Rav is due. Buy stock now. Buy stock now. He's hungry. He's looking for a winner. Okay. W Woods TV coming in with a resub, and Baumgartner Jackson coming in resubbing as well during sweats last night. Appreciate you, gents. Okay. Krabs' head turned so quick. I mean, yeah. And he is due, by the way. Every time he loses, he gets even more due. Although that doesn't mean he's going to fucking win his bet tonight. He's definitely more due.
Week. I've been trying to buy Rav stock for so long, man.
I bought some today.
I tried to buy some yesterday. I knew the second that I needed the MTSU touchdown at the goal line for the cover that Rav also needed for the over, I moved on. I knew there was not a score left in that game.
Based off the circumstances of what's going on in that game, I feel like that might be one of the worst beats of the year. Maybe top 3.
Yeah,
pretty deep.
That was pretty bad.
Pretty deep. Yeah, chat, 1 chip challenge on Night Sweats tonight. I've already got the chip. It's ready. It's sitting right on top of my bag right now. Making sure it's not getting crushed. I don't want to put it away yet, but yep. It's here. Okay. Fuck. Are you going over to the house for sweats later?
Yeah, I'll be there.
All right. Well, you get to see the chip. Damn it, bro.
Live chip.
I mean, I do like spicy foods, but I know for a fact that's not going to go well.
No. Not well at all.
And I'm going to be legitimately sweating buckets on Night Sweats. Yep. It's not too bad. Just have milk, Green Fresh is saying. I mean, I've heard that it's pretty bad. I've heard that people have died.
That's Trent. He did it.
I've heard that people have died. People have gotten hurt. Now, I think those people were eating like 10 of the chips, right? We're going to stick with 1 tonight. See how it goes. Yeah, you guys will see a live steam Krabs when my head pops off my body and there's steam coming out of it when I'm sweating buckets on sweats. Okay, let's reel it back in. You talked about that over. I might as well talk about it now. Give me the over. Give me points in Syracuse Pitt. This is going to be one of the best games of the week. It's going to be a shootout. This Pitt team doesn't play like a defense. Syracuse, I mean, low-key has one of the best passing attacks in college football, along with a stud NFL running back that nobody cares or talks about. The Syracuse team is good. We talked about in preseason, probably the best sleeper pick you could have in the ACC right now. And I wouldn't be shocked if they go on the road and win this game outright against Pitt, who could not be more due for a loss. You think I'm fading Pitt, though, right now in this economy? They got a horseshoe so far up their ass. I'm not fucking fading them. They're the luckiest team I've ever seen. No chance.
Hey,
but I do lean Syracuse.
Only team to cover against Pitt this year. Cal Golden Bears.
Wow. Sure. It's impressive. Not easy to do. Undefeated Pitt, ranked 19. Of course, they're going to move up to -5.5. They probably should have opened up at -5.5. Not -3.5. I like Syracuse, but I like the over even more. Total's up from 59 to 62. It's still moving. The splits look great. Some big old hammer bets being dropped on this over. I think this is going to be back and forth. I mean, look at the passing yards for both QBs in this game tonight. You add them together, you got 700 fucking yards projected between Eli Holstein and Kyle McCord, who, by the way, nobody talks about it or cares, but Syracuse has the most efficient, best passing attack in all of college football. Most passing yards per game, Kyle McCord. I know the lights are bright. The guy doesn't fucking make the right passes, but, you know, honestly, on the road, that could end up helping us. If he throws a bad pick in his own zone in this game at one point, who knows? But looking at his 333.5 passing yards that just keeps getting bumped up higher every time I fucking look at it, I mean, it's probably going to get more than still, which is the craziest part. And this game is going to soar because these defenses can't stop a fucking nosebleed. There's a reason why this total between two shit ACC teams is up to 62.5, although their records are good. Nobody believes in these teams. Nobody likes them. They have one loss combined. Let's give these squads some respect. They deserve it. And with Syracuse coming off of 4 unders in their last 5 games, and Pitt coming off of back-to-back unders, they were in a game last week against Cal, like you were just talking about, Jovan. Sure, Cal covered. That game, that total was at 57.5. It soared under. They only scored about 32 points total. And now we're seeing the total in this game up to 62. We're getting points. I don't care if it's square. I don't care if it's public. It doesn't matter. It's sharp and we're getting points. That total is high as fuck. Sure. We're getting points.
Can respect it.
But Rab is on it. Yep. So bring this full circle from Big Bear Boys. Yep. Let's pray. Let's pray. Got to get this done 5-10 minutes early and goes on a 10-minute distraction talking about chips. Yep. W4 right capper. You're not wrong. I love this play. I love this over. And I think Rab has a good chance of ending his little streak tonight.
Would be huge. Would be so huge. Should
I just go over the Rams here too while we're here?
I guess.
And I'll let you have it. All right. Rams +2.5. I mean, look, you probably don't even need to take the points, but you guys know I'm a sucker for the +2.5, especially in the NFL. It's my favorite bet. Football, favorite bet, favorite spread by far. We got Shmoney Vance coming in with a resub. W Shmoney. We appreciate you, Beast. Here's the deal. The Rams are going to win this game outright, but I'll take the points just in case because I'm absolutely obsessed with +2.5s in the NFL. You've got Cooper Kupp making his return. Look, if he was at fucking 4 catches, 3.5 catches, 4.5 catches, you know, I wouldn't be so inclined to take the Rams here in the spot. The guy hasn't played a month. His foot is fucking duct taped back on his body. He's up for 6.5 receptions. Are you kidding me? Against a Vikings defense that's been good this season? Well, their secondary is not very good. Their D-line's pretty fucking good. They can get some pressure, but I got a feeling future Hall of Famer Matt Stafford might know how to deal with some pressure tonight. And there's really not an offense that's more fucking due than the Rams. They get their star Cooper Kupp back. That matters more on this Rams team with his best friend Matt Stafford under QB. Matters more for this team getting their star back than any other team, to be completely honest with you. The Rams need him back. They get him back. That's massive. In a game with the total moving up and that spread cutting down, I'll take my chances with the Rams here at home, looking like the sharpest bet maybe of the NFL weekend on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, well, tip cap. It does feel like a game where we're talking about Cooper Kupp getting traded, and we're talking about the Rams might blow it up, that wherever the bullshit started about Stafford getting traded to the Vikings. I don't know where that started, but all that's happening, and the Rams are probably going to squeak out a win against one of the best teams in the NFL, if not the best team in the NFL, and then they're going to make a run because the Niners are weak, the Seahawks are a question mark, and the Cardinals suck. So they ain't dead yet. Maybe this is the win that gets them back into it.
Yep. Krabs, sad to hear no CBB Almanac this year. Yeah, bro, what the fuck?
No
We're
CBB
just done with
almanac.
that.
It's cake.
Brutal. Yeah. Krabs, that chip challenge. Better have you like Mike Irvin on the Miami sideline. I would never be in that position or ever put myself in that spot. I don't care if I eat 10 chips.
Crazy
Grow the
position.
fuck up. Grow the
Crazy
fuck up.
position.
Let's get a Jovan straight bets. Let's see what he's cooking up for today. I want it on record, though. I fucking love those bets.
Might have to tell you. Minus the rat tail.
Mm.
Could be in on that.
Happy to see the T-Wolves on this. I think the Kraken on the right side as well. Happy to hear these sell jobs. Excited to hear these sell jobs on the ice.
Sure. Kraken get to face the undefeated Winnipeg Jets tonight, following a game where I guess it was like pretty similar on both sides. Like the Jets were playing the Blues on the road, and I say this all the time about the Blues. When the Blues are in the obvious steal coin spot and everybody wants to take them, never happens. When nobody wants to bet on the Blues and everybody's fading them, never happens. Like anything that always anybody wants to happen with the Blues doesn't happen. So like the Jets squeaked out a win in a game that was pretty close. Same thing with the Kraken. The Kraken were in the very obvious, I don't know, call it an upset spot because they're a plus chick, but it really isn't. Everybody wanted to fade the Abs. You had the Kraken at home. They laid a bagel. Granted, they had a lot of scoring chances, especially in the first period of that game, but the Abs defense looked almost as good as it's been all season, if you just box score watch. So the Kraken disappointed a lot of people. Same with the Jets on both sides. Now you get another matchup with the Kraken at home. You got the Jets in the middle of this little weird road trip that they're going to have following. I think they're going to Calgary next. So I think this is where you get their first loss. The Jets, as good as they've been this season, I mean, their backbone's always been their defense and their goaltending. They really haven't faced many fast-paced teams yet so far this season. And like the Blues are just an example of someone who doesn't even come near to qualifying as that. So they've played a lot of slower paced teams, a lot of teams that are not really going to push the tempo down the ice. The Kraken, that's all they're built on. And to be honest with you, the Kraken defensively have been kind of good too. People don't realize, but I feel like this is a spot where you're getting the plus chick Kraken at home to actually come through, and people are probably going to be a little scared to take them. So I'm in on that. Then the over in the Avs game. Another similar thing. The over in the Avs game was pretty popular when they're playing the Kraken in that game. Didn't come through because, again, a lot of missed scoring chances in the first period. Goaltending was better than people expected. It was just overall a really, really weird game. So you have that along with the fact that I would say Utah is starting to flame out a little bit. They are coming off of a shutout. They got shut out by the Sens, which is unbelievable activity. Now they're coming back to face the Avs. I assume you're going to get Georgiev in net tonight. If it's Noonan, I really don't care. The Avs defense has looked kind of better the last couple games. They're not killing their goaltending to where they're giving up an absurd amount of chances to where they're hanging them out to dry for, I don't know, just really, really tough, high danger chances. But I'm not really buying that long term. I still think it's bad. And I think you're going to continue to see the injuries pile up and hurt that defense and the goaltending. So I think Utah, coming off of a shutout, they get their offense back on track. Same deal with them on the other side. Their defense is starting to get really, really banged up, and that's hurting the goaltending. Connor Ingram's been awful. I don't know if he's going to be in net tonight. It might be Vemelka, but same deal. Like the defense is starting to pile up injuries. They're starting to become kind of the Avs in the back where there's a lot of high danger chances. There's a lot of things that hurt them, and they really don't have anything to stop them. So, like, I think this is the time where you finally, after I think 2 straight unders, I guess for the Avs that looked like pretty obvious games to go over, you finally get this one. So I'm in on that. Hearing Georgiev starting and Vemelka confirmed a couple minutes ago, it's perfect. I'm in on that. I was a little worried if it was going to be Ingram because he's been so bad, but perfect matchup there. And then T-Wolves. I'm doing the same thing that I did with the Celtics and Knicks. First game one. You have one of the trendiest teams of the offseason, and the Kings came with the new addition of DeMar DeRozan, pretty much a whole new look team. But you have a couple of ball-dominant guys. You have a couple volume-driven guys in their first game where everybody loves them. And this, I guess, even helps a little more that you have a T-Wolves team that just lost against the Lakers and looks pretty miserable throughout that game. And it's the same exact game with the same exact spread. They're both on the road. Again, after losing outright with the same -1 number. I know it's flip-flopping back and forth where it got with the Lakers in that game, but same -1, they're hanging on the road. So I will get in and I will fade the Kings.
Love it.
Ooh, Trent said,
I mean,
look,
look,
beam. Perfect.
Minnesota is also trendy, but Minnesota is also trendy, but probably not as much after they lost, their first game of the season. They're probably more of a popular team just in general because of the trade they made. I feel like people liked that they added Julius Randle and Steven Chenzo and got rid of Cat and made a couple changes, but They looked like quail meat in that first game against the Lakers. The Lakers were sharp. They came through. They respected coins. W Lakers. Now we go back to the team that nobody wants to bet on, and we fade an even more trendy team in the Kings, who are home, right? And they move from -1 to +1. Love seeing that flip. Love seeing the splits. Love betting the T-Wolves when nobody wants them after, an overreaction and only one loss. We could still trust them. They'll make some adjustments after a bad first game. I'm sure they'll be a little more motivated. They got embarrassed by the Lakers on national TV. They got a chance to make up for it late night tonight. Love the play. Love the play. And I disagree with Freeze. I think the Kings are trendy. I don't even follow the NBA that much, and I've heard plenty of people taking Kings futures, saying they like that DeRozan's being added to the team. I feel like they're one of the more trendy teams in the NBA.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest offseason additions by far. So, yes, they are trendy. They're one of the – I've seen their futures a lot. I've seen the Hawks futures a lot. I've seen the Knicks talk a lot. They're in that upper echelon of teams that got a lot of talk this offseason.
Yep. I'll back Randall and co with you after a bad loss to the Lakers. I'm in. I think we have coin toss dropping here in a couple hours, chat. Wanted to remind you guys, we have that coming out here very, very soon. Make sure you guys check out the coin toss college football, I don't even know, show, I guess we call it, on the YouTube channel, Bookit Sports, releasing this afternoon. Check out the coin toss. You guys have been killing it with the coin toss. Best show out there. Check that puppy out on YouTube, chat. All right, get ready. I want to go ahead and plant the seed now. Give you a little reminder to check that puppy out later. Okay? All right, awesome. Love these bets. Really like Seattle. Like the over. And like the T was probably the most. Probably good T-Wolves, Kraken, and then that over on the ice.
Sure.
Like all three of those plays a lot. Let's go to the prize pick squares. Already talked about Aaron Young a little bit. I'll take his more than 57.5 rush yards against one of the worst rush defenses in college football. If ODU wins this game, it's going to have to be on the ground. And I think they give it to their star running back, who honestly has been getting overshadowed the last couple games by this VT guy who's also on the board. The fucking redshirt, I think he's a redshirt sophomore coming over from the Hokies, a redshirt junior. He's been getting the rock recently, but that's because they've been up in games recently, and I feel like they've just not been in a game script where they need their star running back, the senior, who are back in tonight, and Aaron Young. This kid's a better running back. They're going to give him the rock more tonight in a closer game script at home. If they win this game, it's going to have to be on the ground. Me personally, not in a rush to take Colton Joseph more than rush yards because it looks a little too square and it's popular, but I wouldn't be surprised if that hits as well. I think ODU, the Monarchs, they dominate the ground here at home, and that's how they win. But I'll take my chances on Aaron Young. They only get 60 yards. Nothing.
Yeah, I'm in on that. Go to the senior on your weekday big game.
Yep. Feed the veteran. He hasn't been getting fed the last couple games. They feed him tonight. All right. And then Matt Stafford, I just have to go back to these interception squares. I don't know why, but I'm obsessed with them. He's thrown a pick in 3 straight games. He's not throwing a pick tonight. He's -125 to the under on the books to not throw a pick. He's not throwing a pick. He'll be in a W game script. He's not going to need to throw any Hail Marys in this game. He's going to be more conservative. He's got his guy Cooper Kupp back, and they're going to be winning this game the entire time. I'm probably going to talk myself into just taking the money line at this point with the Rams, but he's not throwing a fucking pick. He's not going to need to be a superhero. Find your guy Cooper Kupp. Find your star Kyron. And your opponent tonight cannot be more due for a loss. I don't see a world personally where Matt Stafford has to huck the ball downfield, whether it's before halftime or at the end of the game to make a miracle happen. Not buying it. I think this is a trappy looking square that the more than looks pretty fucking free against a much improved Vikings defense. Not so fast. I'm not falling for it. I'll take the less than. He's not throwing a pick.
Yeah, I'm in on that.
Good.
I think you'd be shocked to know that we're kind of in, or you're going to hear a Hokies mentioned for me in the squares. One of the guys that I'm taking.
How?
T-Wolves square.
Oh, yeah? You're taking the keel?
I'm taking the keel. I need a role player in that game that's going to do something from the perimeter, just like I guess we did with D-Bane yesterday, now that he's a role player. But like I want to take squares when I take something in the game against pretty poor perimeter defenses. From watching that game against the Lakers, I mean, he looked confident, he looked comfortable, and he looked to be one of the bigger beneficiaries of being on the floor with Dante DiVincenzo and Ant some of the time at the same time. So like when those two guys are on the floor at the same time, or when DiVincenzo is just running with that second unit, I mean, he's really driving and dishing, and Nikhil Alexander-Walker caught a couple of them in the corner. I think he had the most threes on the team. He had a couple there. He was just overall like a bigger part of that offense than I kind of expected to see at the start of the season, and I don't think that's just a one-game sample size type thing. I think that's kind of the role he's going to have with that second unit especially. So I want to keep betting him early in the season when they play poor perimeter defenses, because I feel like we're probably not going to see these lines for too long. So I will pay money to find out if I'm right or not on that. And I think it's a perfect matchup to do so today. So give me his over 6.5 or more than 6.5 points. And then Kyron Williams, 9.5 longest reception. You know how many catches he had last week, Krabs?
0.
Not one. And it wasn't even like they had the incredible game script to do so. Like they were winning, sure, but they were not facing all that much pressure. They were still throwing the ball. This game, I feel like, has to be a pass funnel for Matt Stafford. And like you kind of alluded to against the Vikings, you're not going to be a pass funnel down the field. You're going to be a pass funnel in the short game. Yes, Cooper Kupp's going to be a part of it. If Bookit plays, he's going to be a part of it too. But Kyron Williams, I think, is going to have to be a bigger part of the receiving game. I think that's going to be something that's schemed up. And I love that Cooper Kupp is back, because that takes some of the focus off of like what Kyron Williams will scheme up for him in the short game. So like if you look at some of the games where Kyron Williams has been the biggest part of the receiving game, it's when Cooper Kupp's been in the fold, not when he's been injured, which if you look at some of his receiving numbers the last couple of weeks, I think that's part of the problem, I would say. So like now that you're going to see a Brian Flores defense that's blitzing a shit ton and you're going to need some short options, I think you're going to get a couple Kyron Williams screens where you're going to have plenty of room to run, because the Vikings are going to be playing man blitz with Cooper Kupp going probably on the other side across the middle. So give me Kyron to bust one.
We got Dilgod coming in, dropping a subby. I think I saw in chats, Dilgod was trying to give out a subby to get one because it wasn't letting him resub. So if anybody's feeling generous and wants to bless up Dilgod with a subby, that could be what the gambling gods need to see to bless up your day. Could be. Dilgods. Is this correct, or am I making this shit up? I'm pretty sure I saw that in the chat. It looks like Turnermac likes his receiving line at 16.5. Any reason you like the longest reception better, is what he's saying.
I think he's going to bust one. I think to hit his receiving line, he's probably going to have to get a long reception. Plus, I've been kind of looking at these. I was talking about Krabs and Goots with us earlier. Whenever somebody has a longest receiving yards or longest reception, longest rush, when they didn't hit that number in total the week before, that's been what's green as maw. Like Zach, I remember Zach Ertz like the back of my hand when I took him, and that wasn't even because of that square, but Zach Ertz had like 20 receiving yards or like 15 receiving yards total, and then he had a longest reception up the next week at 19.5. Spawned with that like 25-yard catch in that game, and he soared over everything. So system.
It's the system. Love it. Kyron, get involved in the fucking passing game. Don't be soft. But also, please don't get hurt, because I do have you in one of my leagues. Goots, I know this is your guy. I'm assuming you like this. Can we get a Goots cosign on Kyron Williams? I'm sure you're down to take anything more than for him.
Absolutely. Cosign.
Good. Goots cosign on his guy, Kyron. Just a blue-collar dude.
Go Irish.
Absolute beast. Go Irish, go. Twitch is having issues with subs currently. I'm hearing in chat. Fixes TBD, Aloha's saying. Okay. W update there. We got Schmop coming in, dropping a follow. We appreciate you, Schmop23. W's there. Do we have soccer live right now? Is that what people in chat are talking about? Chelsea bang?
Yeah.
Also, thoughts on Cooper Kupp back? Is his receptions not free? Well, that comment, Coltrane's might have literally talked me into not taking his receptions today, because unfortunately there's no such thing as a free wager or a free play. What are your thoughts on Cooper Kupp there tonight, all jokes aside?
I mean, I don't want to say I don't see a world, but with Brian Flores sending the house, who do you think he's going to throw to, Krabs?
I mean, it could be a team of 11 clowns running at him, and I'd still fucking take Cooper Kupp. It doesn't matter who's playing defense. It doesn't matter who's on the other side. It's Matthew Stafford and his butt buddy Cooper Kupp, and he's throwing him the ball. And Puka Nacua is still hurt, like the only other good option. So it's not rocket science. You don't really have to overthink it with Cooper Kupp, to be honest. So maybe I shouldn't be making fun of that guy in chat for that stupid question, but I don't know if I can get to the counter with it. I think I'll have enough invested in the Rams, to be honest.
I'm not running to place it or anything, because the amount of coin that's going to be on Cooper Kupp today is substantial. But
you know,
I have nothing to say against it.
Question. Yeah, I agree. This is a good question in the chat as well. Is Tutu Atwell unplayable in fantasy with cutback? I wanted to talk through this with you. And also, I can't believe I haven't given you Nickeil Alexander-Walker props yet for that play. Absolutely love that guy and love that play. He's a fucking hardworking dude who's only going to get better. And I'm very happy to see him have a great debut the other night. Here's the deal, man. Tutu Atwell, one of the most popular squares in the NFL tonight. Tutu Atwell, 32.5 receiving yards. It's probably not because people are taking them more than. Although he's insanely green, if you look at the chart. Insanely green.
I think that's probably because people are playing the more than Krabs.
I feel like it's because people aren't even trying to think or turn their brains on. They're literally just saying, Cooper Kupp back, too bad. That's all that's going through their brain.
I think they see the chart. There's 50.
I think
there's 50. You think 50K people on Prize Picks are betting the under or the less than on a completely green chart?
All I know is it's a very simple narrative with Cooper Kupp making his return and people wanting to fade Tutu, who's probably irrelevant now that Cooper Kupp's back.
I can't give you that, Krabs. Goots also said before we started he wanted to bet Tutu Atwell, but Mikey and Josh were taking Tutu Atwell. So I don't think there's a anti-Tutu sentiment.
That doesn't mean I'm not going to tail him, but I had a vision that it was Tutu last night for some reason. It's like the Justice Hill vision. Might be first TD look, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to stick with that take. I think Tutu could be a decent look today.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying I don't think anybody's fading him.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know. I respectfully disagree. I think people are with Cooper Kupp back, but we'll see.
Okay. Here, you want to see this, Krabs? Search Tutu Atwell on Twitter. Because I just did, and immediate spawn. It's a lot of overs.
3+ receptions. Yeah, I mean, not a lot of unders. Nobody really takes unders. Oh, we got one. We got one.
One.
We got one under on his receptions. A lot more overs. You're probably right, dude, but I don't know. I feel like it's too easy to fade him today with him coming back. But I also like the Rams a lot, and I feel like they're going to have to move the rock, and it might not all be Cooper Kupp, but let's not kid ourselves. We've seen that before where it's literally just him.
Yeah.
And no one else. I just tuned in and we're fighting, bro. We're talking about a square that we disagree on. What are we supposed to do? I'm not just going to change sides if I don't like it. Yeah. We're going to disagree at times about some squares. You know?
I like the square too.
Pook is not playing today, by the way.
He might
people asking in chat.
He might be playing, Krabs.
I don't think so. Are you hearing stuff right now?
I'm hearing rumors, but I mean, even if he does play, it's probably going to be in a pretty limited capacity.
Could play. I don't know, man. Could that be a decoy?
That's what I feel like they'll do. I mean, they do that all the time. They've done that a million times this year.
I mean, he returned to practice 2 days ago. Huh. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't recommend playing him anyways tonight, to be completely honest with you. See one through the hoop if you have him in fantasy. I wouldn't be in a rush to start him tonight, even if he does play. I don't even know if he will. That could be cap. Or maybe he's active, runs a couple routes, doesn't do shit. He's literally a decoy for McVay. Can see that. All right. If he's good to go before the game, I missed the end of that chat. If he's good to go before the game, they're going to let him play. We'll see OG Sauer probably, but that doesn't mean he's going to play a lot or get the rock, right? He could literally be a decoy.
They've done that with 15 different receivers so far this season, where they're ramping it up. They're all of a sudden healthy, and they don't do shit. It's not that.
What are your thoughts?
Whittington's Puka, but they did that literally last week with Whittington.
What are your thoughts on the under 48.5 in the Rams game tonight? I don't like it.
I mean, you shouldn't, because if that game goes under, that means it's a Flores puts Stafford and McVay in a box game.
Yeah, I don't like the under in this one. The Jen coming in hot with a paragraph. Want everybody to know I bet Jets over receiving yards last week. I bet Jet over receiving yards last week. He
Krabs,
went
you want
under.
some Jaden
Yes.
Daniels news.
Yeah, after this message, though. Always a game early. That means he's going for 150 tonight. I also bet San rushing yards against the Browns. He went under and had 174 the following week, following the trends. Justin Jefferson. Yeah, Jettas. Duh. That's on me. I probably should have known that, but
Yeah, he
sure,
might bust.
Jettas.
He might bust.
Is he about to go off? I'm not really in the market to fade Jay Jettas. I think I kind of learned my lesson. Although there is one way you could fade him, and it's on his touchdown square. I just don't know if I want to do that tonight. I wouldn't fade that guy's yards. I've learned that the hard way. But he is fadeable on his touchdowns, and I got the receipts to prove it.
Yeah, those regular square primetime touchdown squares have been. You've been Bezos. You've been fading those last couple games.
Yeah. And I wouldn't mind fading that one tonight, but I don't know if I'm going to get there. I'd rather fade Jay Jettas and take his less than take Aaron Jones less than, with him being kind of banged up. I'd rather fade Jay Jettas, as crazy as that sounds, but TBD.
Yeah.
TBD. It's also the Taco Rito saying, okay. Gucci, lay it on me. What's the news? I'm assuming he's not playing or didn't practice today.
Nope. League office might be calling the Commanders camp. I mean, he said Schefter tweeted they're going to try and practice him on Friday. They flex that game for a reason.
I mean, yeah, but what is it? Fucking Roger Goodell going to show up and hold him at gunpoint to play him?
Wouldn't surprise me.
I've heard crazier things. Yeah, you're honestly not wrong. Yeah, I mean, look, I'd be shocked if he plays. I really would, only for the fact of listening to the entire Dan Quinn presser on the first day of practice this week, and he did not sound confident. And just hearing the words week to week is not good.
Yeah.
No Jaden Daniels at practice today. Washington plans to attempt to try to practice Jaden Daniels on Friday. Sure. He ain't playing.
Yeah, just let him sit, dude.
He ain't playing. It's not worth it. Sit him. God forbid he gets hurt. All these piece of shit Bears fans on these podcasts have all been saying, if you don't go right at his fucking rib with his helmet, man, you don't even want to win. All these scumbags are coming out with these fucking clips. I'm seeing them all over my feed saying they should intentionally hurt Daniels. If that's what their fucking fans are thinking, then maybe we shouldn't play him, because maybe they fucking will. They'll go Sean Payton mode, and they'll put a fucking number on his head.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I'm not messing around with that. You can't fucking let him get hurt. Not for one game. Not with how good Mariota looked last week. Now, if Mariota looked like rat meat last week, they'd probably be more inclined to force him back out there. And we probably can't expect Mariota to play well, but we'll save the majority of this talk for that game tomorrow when I go on TMA. I'm sure Josh, you'll have a lot to say about his Bears. We talk about that tomorrow. Okay. We got Noah coming in hot. Rams +3. Yes, sir. Noah, today's the day to back your team, brother. Today is the day to back your team. Love it. I saw that podcast. Yeah, I didn't see the pod. I just saw the clip, and it was really fucking weird. That fan really wanted Jay Daniels to get hurt.
I did see that clip.
He really wanted him to get hurt, and it was really weird. Really weird. But yeah, I mean, I think we can all agree we'd love to see Daniels and Caleb play against each other. Obviously, on Sunday, they flex the game for a reason, like Dude said, but we'll see. I don't think it'd be smart, and I don't think he'll play. Jovan, I love this Nickeil Alexander-Walker square. I can't stop looking at it. He came through. I took his PRA. I took his PRA night one, and he cashed that with ease. And like you said, he tweaked from three and had a bunch of rebounds as well. He's a damn good ball player. He really is. And he's a sneak hokey. Not a lot of people know he's even a hokey. He didn't do shit there. He's a beast. He keeps getting better. People forget he's literally cousins with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They're literally cousins. Wow.
People do forget that.
Jovan, I'm going to TCU Tech game. Any quick leans or squares you would like? Dyson's asking about.
That game might have 100 points. And 82 of them, once again, might come from TCU.
Huh. Don't let the frogs get hot.
This might be, or I mean, not might be. I'm going to bet on TCU some form or fashion. I haven't decided yet. It's the first time I've done it all year. Other than
I'm blown we didn't bet them last week.
Single bozo pack.
We should have bet him last week.
Yeah, I just see
It
one
was
through.
always
Had to see
late
one
night
through.
frog over late night beef.
It was.
It
Late
was
night
always
frog.
late night frogs.
Late night frog
God
hurt the
damn it.
eyes, but would have been a lot better on the bow.
Hoover yards is an all-time Megalodon, Rito saying. Just take a
I'm a little
peek
worried.
at it.
I'm a little worried that game might get out of hand, dude.
Damn, it's a Saturday game. I don't know why I thought they were playing on Friday. I was hoping I could watch that one with the squads. 322 and a half passing yards. Jesus Christ.
I mean, yeah, they can't run the ball. All they do is throw.
It's insane, bro. It's absolutely insane. It's like looking at Kyle McCord's passing yards, bro. 333 and a half every fucking week.
Yeah. Well,
And it
you know
keeps
what they
going
did?
over.
You know what they did against Utah? They literally, Cam Cook, the running back, could not run the ball. He had like 9 carries for like 10 yards. So they brought Savion Williams into the backfield and ran him like 8 times out of the Wildcat. That was the entire second half. That's the only time they ran the ball.
Sorry, Trent dropped the 10 whale. I need to make sure that it's not the Rams, but it probably is.
It's probably the
And it is.
Rams.
And it is.
Yeah, my fade.
Now, it's a tough spot because he's low-key a Rams fan.
He didn't
It's a
place
tough
that because he's
spot.
a Rams fan, Krabs. He placed that because he wanted
It
to
could
fade
have
betting
some
queen.
bias. It
He
could
wanted
have
to
some
fade
bias.
betting queen, dude.
There could be a little bit of bias in there. We cannot confirm or deny yet. There could be a little bit of bias in there.
I would
Minimal.
love to see the timestamp on that because I can guarantee you it was heavily influenced by the second betting queen dropped or
I think
10 max or whatever it
that's a
was.
pretty good point in chat as well. I don't even think he has a Vikings jersey.
Wow, that's also true.
I don't even think he had the
Also
option.
true.
I'm back in on pork.
Lancer out on pork. No,
I'm back
after yesterday, I'm out on pork, dude. Out on pork.
I'm back in.
No, you missed that horrendous pork game.
Dudes.
He was literally Tyrese Maxey, and he missed the game winner.
Dudes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we're
Trent
not
had a
gonna-
JJ Adams jersey.
Oh yeah,
He
does
has a
have
Vikings
jersey.
jersey, and I was always taking the Rams because he's a Rams fan, Jovan.
He said on the app that he woke up and saw betting queen on the Vikes and placed the Rams.
Okay.
There you go.
I still feel like he would have bet him anyways.
No, he probably would have. I'm just saying I feel like he doesn't push the max button until he sees betting queen max on
Yeah,
Vikings.
I mean the 10 units. The 10 units is directly correlated to that, 100%. But he was
Direct
waking up and
correlation.
putting a Rams jersey on today no matter what. Maybe
For
not
sure.
10.
For sure.
Definitely not 10. Trent, let's fucking cash tonight, bro. Can we hit a bet? Please? Please. Damn, that is back up to +3 some places. I don't love that. All right. Well, maybe people are nuking the Vikings. Should we check out the Pickett Pro splits? Let's see if people are putting their real hard-earned coins on.
Quick peep.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Are we doing a PP 4-man? We can. We
need
almost
some-
got to the counter last night. We got close, right?
Need a lick back. Shout out Tyrese Maxey, 10 for 31.
Yeah. It was Maxey and it was John Morant.
Yeah, Jaw.
Who cost
under,
us?
like 1.5.
Dyson Daniels. That was a great fucking play. I felt that one of my nuts.
Great play, dude.
W
Great
play. Could it have had to do with me staring at a Dyson vacuum on my wall right next to me subconsciously while we're looking at Dyson Daniels squares? Maybe. It could have. But it also smacked. And that guy looks like he's legit. Dyson Daniels. Watch out. And then John Morant cost us coins. Cade Cunningham. He respected coins. It was
Dude,
just
he
Maxey and Ja.
He was chucking. Cade was chucking as much as Maxey. Just Cade's actually went in.
Yeah. God, man, we were so close to banging a 4-man. We were so close. Desmond Bain and Tyus was a free 2-piece. I'm at least happy you said that. Just
Yeah.
take the Sharp Report squares and put those together.
Be formula.
We got Dyson in chat saying you're welcome for the cash, W's. Rampage bets. Teams are 0-4 straight up against the spread this week. The week after facing the Lions this season. Yep, W Bookit graphic that you're regurgitating here. And they failed to cover by an average of 26 points per game. That is crazy, Rampage, isn't it? So the Vikings are not in a good spot, but that trend does not make me feel better about my Rams ticket as a contrarian, nasty favorite.
There's
I'll look
like-
better. But
there's like, I want to take the Rams. There's just 5,000 trends I've seen on the feed that apparently make it impossible for the Vikings to cover.
Did you see the end of the Memphis game when Clarkson went to foul and didn't, which would have covered the spread? Yeah, C-Dub, actually I did.
Dude, they had a full like 5 seconds damn near.
Actually, as a matter of fact, yes, I did because I had $250 on the -2, and I actually pushed. So I don't feel as bad, and I didn't even want to say that on here, but I did get the -2 in. And I pushed.
We push.
And now people are mad. Lori was chucking. I mean, Lori is unbelievable at basketball. Lori Markkinen. Have a fucking day. Have a fucking day, kid. Knew that was going in when he shot it. I mean, yeah, Chiete, the whole fucking world knew that. Is Lori Markkinen the most underrated basketball player in the NBA? He might be.
I knew whoever was getting that ball was making it. The second I saw D-Bane get fouled, and I like did the math because they were up 3, and I was like, fuck, dude. They're about to be up 5, and there's a 3 coming to land this on 2. I was like, shit. Second I saw the foul, I knew we were cooked.
Oh. Road favorites 15-2 the last 2 weeks. I'm assuming you're talking about NFL. Yep. Have to take the Rams. I mean, yeah, Jovan, I really would not. I'd be pretty disappointed if you stayed off the Rams because of a couple trends or some things you saw. You got to just trust your gut, man. That's a sharp side. Plus 2.5 at home against the fucking 5-1 Vikings. Give me a break. You don't need to overthink that one. Come on.
Let's see. I might need to sleep on that one throughout the day.
Look at the splits.
Yeah.
We're nuking the Vikings. That's good to see at least. Over $3 million already involved. And they're nuking the Vikings on the spread and obviously the ML. Good. I wonder why that spread's moving back to 3. I mean, guys, I love looking at Pickett Pro, especially for these NFL games, because they do get a solid amount of handle. Like for this game, especially, already $3 million tracked, and we're not even, 6 hours, 7 hours away from the game. We still got a lot of time. I feel like this could be a don't overthink it spot with the Rams. Even if Trent's on it, you just fucking place him for a unit, no more, no less, and you go about your day. I'm not scared about the Rams. I still feel good about it, even with Trent 10-unit maximum. I still feel good about it.
Yeah.
Which doesn't happen often.
I respect it.
Doesn't happen often, yeah. 150, that's yours, Nerfy Chad. Chads, no way you're on the Vikes, bro. Dude. 7-5 Pizza said alt-line Vikes. I don't know. Just because Cooper's back? Well, then why is everyone betting on the Vikings? Max on the Rangers. I saw your text earlier, Dead Larry Bird. I don't know. It seemed a little too biased for me, man. Seemed a little biased, but they'll probably smack. $3 million on 107K bets is a $30 bet. I'm confused. And I'm gonna stop reading chat. Jovan, thoughts on these splits? Thoughts on the total in this game? Looks like the over is getting a little bit of public action. Not much. I wouldn't even say that's public for an over.
Yeah, not too public. I guess maybe a little rare for a primetime game, other than a primetime game when you don't have Spencer Rattler versus Bo Nix.
Huh. Could this be a rare W primetime game? I feel like it could be. Like, I'm not really inclined to take the under in this game, to be honest with you.
I'll say when I first looked at this game, I immediately got Falcons Bucks thoughts.
Well, that was the game I took their combo passing yards, Baker Mayfield and Kirk Cousins, and they had 1,000 yards total. So could be a good sign for the over.
Yeah. Could be.
Okay. Minnesota Masterclass tonight, T-Wolves and Vikings. Straight Locks is saying, I doubt it, man. I doubt it. We got Fuentes coming in, dropping a follow. No fucking way somebody named Fuentes is coming in, dropping a follow. What's up, Fuentes?
Shout out, Justin.
We appreciate you. That could be Jay Fuentes. I'd pay money to know what Jay Fuentes is doing right now to feed his family and support them. I'd pay money to know.
Come back to the fort, dude.
I'd pay money to know. I don't feel bad about roasting that guy. He's a scumbag. Jovan, are you going to get involved with the over in this game? Chad said, cut the shit, stop beating around the bush. Are you going to place the over?
Probably not. You got to decide on a side.
You got to decide on a side first. Yep. All right. What else we got tonight? You want to take a peep at the NBA board? Do you want to take a peep at the NHL slate? What are you more interested in for tonight?
You peep the NBA first. It's a little smaller.
Yeah.
You got your Wizards taking floor today.
Sure. Jonas Valanciunas is here, folks. We have a star. Honestly, one of the most underrated signings in the NBA, in my opinion, and we will be trading him. We will be trading him at the deadline because his team will be bad. Now, we do usually play the Celtics pretty well. I will say the Wizards do always play the Celtics pretty well. They have since I was a little kid. But I don't want to get involved. Home opener. Getting a lot of points. I mean, as they probably fucking should. You wouldn't see me with the Celtics ticket. Not after they covered and won game one. They're coming down to DC. I'm sure they've been out either last night or they'll be going out tonight. And I'm sure they're not as focused on the Wizards as they should be because the Wizards are fucking rat meat. They're terrible. They're bad.
Really bad.
We did just sign Corey Kispert.
The GOAT.
That should help, right?
The GOAT, dude.
It's SAR time. People are saying in chats, could SAR be a difference maker? Probably not. I think that guy's probably a bust. But I would lean the Wizards on the spread. Not going to bet it, though.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I was even thinking about taking that. But we did just get the Tatum game to start the season. It's probably going to be the Jaylen Brown game.
Celtics' threes are air. Who are you talking about, bro? Kispert smokes the Celtics. His threes are air. I mean, I don't know if I could really get down for Kispert, after he just got his bag. Dude, he also doesn't have that square up, but
he might be
he did just get his bag. He's probably feeling pretty confident.
Spraying.
He doesn't even have a 3 square up, bro.
I know. That's what I'm saying. He might spray Krabs.
Tell you what, they have a Jordan Poole 2.5 3-pointers made square up there. That shit's not turning green.
Yeah,
guarantee you that.
Not betting on Jordan Poole today.
Guarantee you that shit.
Can't do that.
He's not getting 3 threes. No. It's the first square you see when you fucking open the app too.
Yeah, I'll be passing.
Know why? Maybe that's just
for passing
me,
on that.
Okay. Next game, Spurs Mavs. Thoughts?
I don't want to buy into the Spurs this early, dude. I really don't. Because, I mean, looking, there's obviously 2 big dogs, and I think this is the only one anybody is going to think about taking today, especially when you have Wemby on the team with a new addition in Chris Paul and, I don't know, a couple new pieces around them. They're trying to up their defense, up their scoring, whatever they're trying to do. I had taken the Spurs, dude. This feels Celtics. This feels like Celtics versus Knicks. I'm not going to lie.
Look how public the Spurs are on the spread there.
Yeah.
Interesting. Luka, highest score, -125. What am I missing here? Lancer, does that seem a little short to you? You thought that'd be maybe a little juicier?
Trent spite fading the Mavs after what happened last year.
He's taking Spurs ML.
The Mavs might be Meg Maxwell.
Okay. So Mavs spread. All right. Reminds you of the Celtics. Kind of does look like that Celtics game. And the total's moving down as well, just like that Celtics game. Okay.
A little bit.
What about OKC and the Nuggets? What are your thoughts on the Thunder versus the Nugs?
It's an interesting game. I don't know. It's a Nuggets team that I would say nobody's really all that high on coming into this year. Not just because they flopped against the T-Wolves in the playoffs, but facing the Thunder, who, I mean, no, it's only up for them. It's like this is a weird game with the Thunder going on the road to start the season. I wouldn't mind the Thunder. I'm not going to get there, but I will probably stand on Goat Whale Michael Porter tonight. Gladly get involved with that. It's a tough defense the Thunder have, and somebody's got to take the perimeter shots. It's the reason his threes are in the fucking Goat Whale. So it's got to be a game where he sprays.
You don't want to go with my guy Christian Braun?
I mean, not quite yet. It's one I got to see through first.
Kind of like his 9 points.
Yeah, you do have Westbrook going against the Thunder too. Trent. Hilarious.
Altitude a lot different in Colorado than Oklahoma. Be careful with the Thunder. Ooh. We're capping
Not like
altitude
they
now, huh?
haven't played in Colorado before.
Adam got whale redemption pick. Is going to hit like crack today. I'm nuking. Yeah, Adam, let me know, bro. Let me know when I'm tailing. All right. Yeah, I don't know if I like anything in this game.
Yeah.
Probably lean OKC on the spread, but not going to bet it. Not going to bet it. And then I will tail that Minnesota play from you. I almost put that on the Shrub Report myself. Very happy to see that it was on yours.
Yeah, WT Wolves. Need that.
God, they're public, though. What the heck?
I mean,
Goots POD in this game.
Goots POD.
What's the Goots POD? The under?
No.
The over.
No.
Soft.
It's the Kings.
I bet.
Dudes.
I literally bet.
This is
No way,
chat
it's the
tail of
Kings.
caution. This is 100% biased pick, but it's the first game of the season. I have to do it. De'Aaron Fox, fair
You just
player.
like, you just like the Kings.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I'll be
Okay.
fading. I'll be fading.
Well, hey, who would I be to chirp your Goots PODs at this rate? I mean, they've been smacking like no other.
I want to light the beam.
2 words. Light the beam. Prime says he has a rack on the Mavs and Mavs props. Prime, why? Why?
Prime.
Why do you have that many units on him on night
Prime.
one? Why? Why? Oh. All right. Let's lock in here. Let's go to the ice real quick. I want to get Jovan's reads over there. There's more games. Let's go to the ice. You got any thoughts on the Devils up to -175? Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, whenever it's seemed like it's an obvious double spot, they've been falling flat lately. You thought they were going to get the game against the Caps, lost that one. They got to face Jonas Johansson and the Bolts, who were one of the 2 teams in the league off a back-to-back, and Jake Allen gave up 8 goals, and they sucked. So, like, if it's not now, it's never. I'm not betting on the Devils. They're Preds Junior because they're super trendy in the offseason and burn some betters when they're not playing the rat shit Sabres to start the season. So keep me far away. I will only fade for the first couple weeks when the time is right.
Do you like the Bruins at home on the ML?
No, I really don't.
Wow.
I'll tell you why, because Casey DeSmith, I think, is starting for the Stars today. So you're getting backup goalie and you're getting about to pick them in Boston. I know the Bruins haven't been really all that good to start the year, and I think they'll struggle for a little bit, but it seems a little too obvious, too easy for me personally.
All right. We got Chief Tane coming in with the resub. Let's go, Chief. Attaboy. Love to see it. Love to see it.
Maybe, Chief.
Rampage bets coming in here. Devils cost me $6K on Saturday versus the Caps. I'll be fading the rest of the year to get the coin back. Okay.
Bad org.
Good luck out there, Rampage.
Really bad org.
Good luck out there. Okay. Minnesota, Tampa. Is that some respect on your Lightning against the Minnesota team that still has not lost a game yet?
I've lost a game. Lost a couple. I don't think I have a regulation loss yet, but
yeah, no losses in reg.
I couldn't tell you why the hell this total's at 6. That's what I'll say. I know the Wild, I mean, defensively, they've been really, really good, which some of that's just they haven't played really good offensive teams, but they've been really good offensively. The Lightning just played a game with 13 goals. Seeing 6, which I think is really odd. And with the Lightning sitting at -160, I would say this looks like one of the more obvious overs on the board. Maybe the other one being the one I'm actually taking. So maybe this is a Vasi Masterclass game. I could totally be down with the Lightning, but
under's a little public.
There's something weird, something really weird about this game, and I keep looking at that total and I can't wrap my head around it. It looks very, very easy.
Yeah, I don't like easy.
I know.
I'm out. Have they chose their World Series winners? BZ's asking. Well, you're going to have to go check out the podcast for that one, my man. We grinded it last night. We put it out this morning. W. Gootsy. Appreciate you, my man. You're a beast. Go check out the pod. We got the link coming in hot right now. There's the YouTube link. We also have this puppy on Spotify and Apple Music if you guys are getting mobile. and you don't have time to watch on YouTube. Do me a favor, guys, so you don't forget. Go to that fucking post. Go to the link that Gucci just put in the chat, the YouTube link. Drop a like on the video. Bookmark that puppy so you don't forget about this, and you can listen to this puppy later today when you're trying to lock in your World Series futures. We talk futures. We talk prop bets, series bets. We talk MVP. We talk winners. We talk for an hour and 15 minutes about baseball. So if you guys are interested, go check that puppy out. All right, drop a like. Let me know in the comments on YouTube who is winning the World Series. Let me know. Is it the Yankees? Is it Trent's Dodgers? Or you could comment pulled pork on the video if you'd like. Sure, that works. I will as well.
Could
If
also
you'd like to go comment pulled pork, you can go comment pulled pork. Okay, if that makes your day, you can go do that. All right? I'm not saying shit with what I like in the World Series. I'm not giving you guys any hints. None. You want to hear them? You go listen to that podcast that we worked hard on yesterday. All right, you go listen to that shit. All right. Dubs, Jovan, I do want to pick up the tempo and the pace here minimally, but there are a couple other NHL games that I want to ask you about. How about Florida and the Rangers?
Yeah, the Rangers just sold, I think, the entire world. They were popular with PRD last game. They got smacked by the Wild at home. So I would not be surprised if they came out and stole coin again because it seems like everybody's back on the Rangers. But I will have to say this too. Remember last year when I did the New York homestand thing? Teams were not very often coming out with a win or not coming out really sweeping that series. They're doing it again. So like I think this is one of the first times I think I've noticed it. So I might keep tabs on it because they get the Rangers in New York here, and then they go play the Isles on Saturday. The Isles are going to be off a back-to-back in that game. So maybe not the best spot for the Isles, but maybe this is the one with the Rangers. I would probably be getting involved with the Panthers if that wasn't in the fold.
The Jen Weekly, boots on ground, Kreider goal. He scores every time I'm in the building.
To be air.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have my hockey sharps hit me up this morning saying it's the Rangers. Don't even overthink it, but I'm a little bit worried about some biases seeping in. I don't know if I want to take it. Payback game, Dead Larry Bird saying in the chats. I don't know if I can do it, man. I don't know if I can do it.
Yeah, Bob also got pulled, didn't he, in that game? He did.
Pulled Bob?
So I would assume Bob is back in net tonight after getting pulled. Everybody loved to fade that with Vassy getting pulled and then starting the next game against the Devils, and the Devils got fucking stomped. So I don't usually like getting involved with that.
Square Rangers in the Square Garden. Retro Sticks is asking. Yeah, it might be the move. I can't do it, though. What about thoughts on St. Louis, Toronto, or Carolina, Calgary? We got a couple minus 200, minus 240s.
Yeah. You got the Leafs who are going to be in probably every Bozo back today. Trent literally already made one of them. And Joseph Wall starting. First game back, I believe, since his injury. So when nobody's betting on the Blues, that's when they win and they steal coin. So they're probably going to do it in Toronto. I'm staying away from that game, gladly.
Okay.
Especially when there's, another minus 200 favorite that's probably getting the job done around the same time. And the Canes, who got steamed up 50 cents for God knows what reason. I can probably not have any problem with fading the Flames, even though they've been superhuman, but Dustin Wolf's not in net. So at least my tonsils can be out of the equation there. But the Canes are probably winning that game.
I think Carolina looks like a really good parlay piece. I don't know about Toronto.
That could be a very solid lay piece.
I feel like Carolina on the ice up to minus 200. I mean, come on.
Leafs and lay piece don't go together.
Yeah. Even I know that.
Yeah, the Leafs did just get smacked by the Blue Jackets in the frozen frenzy for everybody to see. But it's the Blues. Sign me out.
What about Avs up to minus 155 against a better Utah Hockey Club team right now?
Yeah, I'm taking that over. Utah's coming off a shutout too, so I want to get involved with that. Avs defense has been better the last couple of games. Not buying in just yet. They're injured. The back of Utah's defense is injured. Goalie play has been subpar on both sides. So give me the goals. It's probably one of the more obvious ones, but the way Utah's offense has looked the last couple games and the way the Avs defense has fraudulently looked better the last couple games, maybe not as simple as you'd think, but Buying in for a classic Avs game.
Yeah, I've learned my lesson. Fuck the Avs. I'm not betting them, even if they're sharp. They're never sharp. Not doing it.
They just had their sharp moment, beating the Kraken.
Definitely not
when
doing
everybody
it.
was on the Kraken as a square dog.
Okay, definitely staying off of them then. But they do look like the sharp play on the road. But I'm not getting bamboozled. I'm not getting fooled. Nope. You're taking Seattle to hand Winnipeg their first loss of the season late night.
Yep. I've been waiting patiently to try and get involved and snipe the Jets' first loss. So I think it's tonight.
It should go well catching the fallen knife for the Seattle Kraken.
Yeah, they've been looking good. They're good. They're not
Splits look good.
Yeah, they haven't been shit. They've won 3 of 4. I mean, they lost against the Avs, but before that, I mean, granted, they beat 2 teams that are dog shit right now in the Flyers and Preds, but they also beat the Flames, who can't get beaten by anybody. So, I mean, they've been playing well last couple games.
Puka expected to play. Pip saying, wow. Could be the difference. One more game. San Jose, LA. I know we got a big number here, minus 350 for the Kings at home against a San Jose Sharks team still looking for their first win.
Yeah, but
I'm
not laying that, brother. Can move
That's
on
insane.
from that one.
That's absurd. I was hoping to hear maybe you liked San Jose in some capacity.
No, not quite.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked, but when I bet the Sharks, I gotta try and find somewhat of a spot. And the Kings just got slapped by VGK, so it's probably not the best spot.
All right. I want to remind some people about my plays on the gridiron for tonight. Go ahead and give me ODU on the ML. We're now favorites against Georgia Southern, coming off a win against JMU. And I'll take the over in Syracuse Pitt. It looks like it's up to 62.5 now. It keeps on moving and grooving up. Crazy. That game is going to be must-see TV tonight. That's going to be an elite game, probably the best game of the night, even including that Rams game. And I'm expecting to be pretty good. I think Syracuse Pitt, it might be 100 points. We might see triple digits here.
Wow.
Wouldn't be shocked. I don't think we get a lick of defense from either team. 0. Just watching the passing yards go up for both QBs. Crazy. Hardenstein, one of the fucking former Knicks centers, now the QB for Pitt, and they're undefeated. They can't lose, and he's at 300 passing yards at home. Give me a break.
Holstein might be him. Literally might be
Holstein,
him.
Yeah. I mean, he's got the horseshoe this year, that's for sure, and so does Pitt. They might lose this game, but I know for a fact we're going to see some points. Let's just hope it's enough because that total's high as fuck. Let's hope we get enough. Okay?
Yeah. Shout out, Rev.
All right. And yeah, how about Kennesaw ML last night for catch? Because I put the hashtag on there for catch. That's the only reason why it smacked. They won outright. Love to see it. All right, gents. You guys got any more cues about any of these games before we move and groove and get the squad ride up and moving? Nothing?
Don't know that we got much.
Watching the Commanders go back to +3. That's not a great sign.
GG Jaden.
Not a great sign for Jaden. Am I going to get you on the Rams on the spread tonight, man?
I don't know that you are, Krabs.
Gremlin Goblin's asking, can y'all flash the Sharp Report book plays real quick? We do have them going across the bottom ticker, my man. They are going across the bottom right now as we speak. Okay, so if you can't see them, I'll read them out for you real quick. We've got, scroll down here to the bottom, Old Dominion ML, Syracuse Pitt over, and the Rams +2.5 for me. Jovan's got the Kraken ML, Avs and Utah over 6.5, and the Timberwolves ML, which I love. Do not let that late night NBA play get swept. Please. Please. I wouldn't mind putting that in the vote, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where we start. Gatesy, you want to run that shit? I want to see that train. Dubs. All right, let's lock in here, Jovan. I don't know how the fuck we lost that squad ride last night, but that's on us for not eating the juice, I guess. Still cannot make it up. 3 with 5 seconds left to cuck us. Oh, let's bounce back. Let's find a fucking winner. All right. And let's find a way to piss off Ken Bands in the chat. He's been a little too happy with me losing bets. He's been a little too mean. He's probably having some serious personal issues going on in his life. And he's taking it out on me. That makes him feel better. Ken, I'm happy about it, but you've been a little too happy. I'm stuffing you in a locker tonight. and I'm going 3-0 on my straight bets, and you're going to be crying. Okay. Let me go ahead and get ODUML on this puppy.
Sure.
Love that play. Love that
Toss
play.
it in.
ODUML. Can I put your T-Wolves play in there too?
Of course.
What about the Kraken?
Of course.
We got ODUML, Timberwolves ML, and Kraken ML.
Gonna drive the boat, Krabs. It's calling the plums.
I mean, yeah, I really do like that over. Aloha bets. I really do like that over. I also wouldn't mind keeping it to these 3 plays, quality over quantity.
I feel like that's what the plums are telling you. I don't hate that at all.
Let's keep it to these 3 plays, quality over quantity. Okay. Let's run it for 3 minutes. ODU, T-Wolves ML, Kraken ML, 3 plays, 3 winners. Quality over quantity. Let's run it. I'm in. Chat, 3 plays, 3 winners. ODU ML, Timberwolves ML, and the Kraken ML. We got to play in college football. We got to play in the association. We've got to play on the ice. Okay, what more could you ask for? Get involved. A couple other plays that I do like for tonight's the over in Syracuse Pitt and the Rams plus 2.5. Jovan is also on the Avs and Utah Hockey Club over 6.5. Don't let those plays get swept. Okay. For the squad ride there, lock in your vote. T-Wolves ML, Kraken ML, ODU ML. Looks like the chat is pretty excited about the NBA returning. They want another NBA play. Okay. They want it back. My guy, Nikhil Alexander-Walker, who's an absolute stud. And the T-Wolves on the ML. I don't blame him. I don't blame him one bit. That could be a winner, chat. Both got hooked last night. Ooh. ODUML gets 4 votes, but it's so free. Achilles, I do not disagree one bit. So you cannot be more right. You cannot be more correct there.
ODU might be paw, dude.
My Monarchs getting some love. Yes, Godsent. I always forget you're an alum. Sure. Twin Cities parlay. Vikes ML, Wolves ML, and Wild plus 1.5. Well, unfortunately, the Vikes is probably cake, but surely the most public NBA team will win. Sweaty Booger 2 says. Fading Goots POD should go well, chat. And I just forgot about that till right now. That might be cake. That might be cake.
They're definitely nowhere close to the most public NBA team, however. That is the Celtics by a mile. Not even close.
After Kennesaw last night, I got to take ODU. Krabs was a brain surgeon there. W. Lancer.
Facts.
Does Goots have a veto? Yes, he does have a sneak veto. People forget.
Does have that in corn.
So confused why T-Mac just quote tweeted me. Okay. Dude. Trent, how about you worry about Bookit? And let's worry about the surge stream for today. Let's lock in.
He locked, dude.
That is ridiculous, though, that she quote tweeted that. Read the room. Oh, God. I don't even know what to say, and I'm happy the show's ending, so I don't get in trouble. I don't even know what to say or do. That is ridiculous, Trent. I'll give you that. Okay? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Chat, 3 plays, 3 winners. Lock in. You got about a minute left. Okay, we've got ODU, the Monarchs. Don't let them get hot. It might be too late on the ML. They're up to -1. Timberwolves, ML in the association. And how about the Kraken on the ice on the ML plus chicken? Sure.
Wow, Kraken
Love
sneaking in last place. System play.
Yeah, great sign. Great sign for the plus chicken Kraken. Maybe chat's a little bit afraid of the plus chicken. I don't know. Don't eat that whole chip, brother. I'm going to have to eat the whole chip.
I don't know if you eat the whole chip.
I'm about to fly out right now, Timmy. I got to catch a fucking plane like ASAP. I already got all my shit packed up though. And I'll be on Sweats. Rumor has it we got Shelly back tonight. We got a little Bookit Sweats going on for this Rams game. We can sweat out some college football as well. W's. ODU and Kraken ML's air. I mean, yeah, I don't disagree. But looks like we're going with the Timberwolves on the ML in the association, and I got no qualms with that. Love that play. Just happy to see it on your sharp report.
Sure.
Dubs.
Let's do it.
All right, chat. Dubs, do me a favor. Please don't buy any shit coins today and keep your money secured. Okay, if anything, just bet the squad ride for a unit. So you got a way better chance of making money there. Stick around for the Surge stream. All right, Pitch Trend a winner. We'll catch you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, in person for a little BTL in-person episode. Said the same thing twice in a row. I don't give a shit. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. We'll be.